this README has what, guys? It has some instructions I wrote for you guys as a class, okay? At the bottom, we have these emojis came from El Captain. I'm gonna put some names just to be more explicit. We got Mai, we got Sean, we got Gung.
No.
How do you spell it? Gung?
K-H-U-O-N-G.
Okay, Gung. Okay, we got Sean, Mai, Gung. Okay? I promise you, these are the same files. And there is a concept that developers have developed for us for me to get my files onto GitHub so that you guys can have it. And it's called Git. I'm sorry I keep saying that, but trust me. So the first thing we do with Git is we need to track our files. Okay? How are we gonna track our files? So in our command line, we can do git status, and we can see that I've edited some files since the last time I made a commit. Okay? So I'm gonna do this command called git add all. What I'm saying is that these red files, I'm done working on them. I'm prepared to push them somewhere so that other people can have access to them. Okay?
This is a terminal?
This is my terminal. All of you guys are going to, like some of you guys may have problems, those of you who aren't on Mac, but you guys need to know how to do this and download it and get it working.
Question, why do we have problems with that on Mac?
We don't have problems on Mac. The people on Windows are going to have problems with this.
Oh, okay, so.
But it's okay. Just download some files. Download some additional files, okay? Whatever. So oh, my bad. Okay. I completely skipped this part. The README file for a Git project is going to be what shows up right here on a GitHub project. This is my project right here. You guys all see this open, right, on your screens? You guys all see this? Okay, so this is a collection of files that I wrote, and I put them on the internet. This file right here, this readme.md, whatever comes into this file is going to show up here on this screen. I'm going to prove that to you in a second. So right now, when I do readme.md and I open up the markdown preview, I can see some instructions, and I can see my Sean Kung. So we're going to do git add all. I'm going to say these couple files, I'm done editing them. I'm ready to push them to GitHub. If I do git add all, I can see all these files. Or if I do git status now, I can see that the status of these files have changed. If you guys read these instructions, they will be more explicit. They'll tell you in detail. You guys, these are keywords you guys can Google if you don't understand the process. I know it's gonna be complicated. You guys are all gonna fuck this up. I fucked this up, okay? Just know that fucking it up a couple times is how you're gonna know how to not fuck it up, okay? So, I have a bunch of green now. Green is a good thing. It means that, hey, you're done working on these files. You've added them. Now we need to commit them. A commit is saying that I'm prepared for this code to be updated and to tell the world. I need everyone to know that this is the newest version of the code. Okay? So if you look at my GitHub repo and you look at my commits, you see that I've made 28 commits here. My last commit was add Google Analytics for production. I'm going to make a commit right now. I'm going to say git commit -m add a few future open source contributors. What is open source, guys? It's source code that's open to the public. We're giving it to everyone for free. You guys do whatever the hell you want. Make it better, and then you can say that you contributed in making this code better. If you guys build open source projects, I guarantee you guys can get a job anywhere. And if you get good enough at writing code, your company will pay you money to write open source projects. And
is it all open source, or can you like make it
private? You can make it private. Yeah. We can make it private. GitHub was purchased for like, I want to say like $5 billion or something.
Here's a question about it. Why would people want to share their code?
Because it's a proof of concept that you know what you're doing. And then, so let's just say that like you're a pro developer, right? And you keep running into this problem. You've been doing this for like 5 years. And you decide, you know what? I had a fucking epiphany. I know how to solve this problem. So I'm going to build this little thing. I'm going to share it with everyone. I'm going to see what everyone thinks. And then you're going to have people from all over the world look at your project and be like, oh man, this is dope. You know, like this is cool. I can add something new. I can make it better, faster, quicker, whatever. You know, and then people are going to be like, oh, let's do this pro. You know, so because if you write a open source project, hey, so let me tell you something. This guy, okay, Dan Ambermont. This guy wrote an open source project. Facebook went out of their way to recruit him. Okay? Because this dude built this guy right here. To make a long story short, Dan Ambermont is the guy who helped build Redux, and you guys are gonna learn a little bit about Redux. But anyway, this guy's really smart. Put it this way.
It's inherent to the React component model. Maybe we should just accept it.
Have any of you guys done research on React? React or React Native?
Perhaps there is a different way we could write our components.
Huh?
That doesn't suffer from either.
Just know that React is a collection of code that's free, that's open source, that we're going to be using in class. And I guarantee you guys get good at React, you guys are going to make some cash. You know that job I showed you at Besse Rare? Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Remember that one? Where you're making like 3 to 5? What do they want you to know how to do? If you want to be a mobile developer for them, you better know React. If you want to be the head of their mobile team or of their front end team, what do you need to know? Okay, let's look at one more thing. If you want to work at Grab, what do you need to know? This is a real thing, and you guys are going to be touching it very soon. This code that I'm sending to you guys that we're about to update is React. This is all written in React right here.
So React was started through GitHub?
React was started by Facebook. A bunch of the senior engineers at Facebook said, hey, this is a common problem. Let's figure out a new way of solving this problem. So they made this. The team at Facebook said, hey, this is awesome. Let's make it open source. Let's make it free to everyone in the world. And people from all over the world have started committing to React. And every single day, React gets better. There's a bunch of software developers all over the world. They're just working on making it better.
Everybody contribute.
Yeah, people want to. If you contribute to React, man, like you can get a job. I'm telling you, like I've seen job descriptions say, have you made a commit to React? Are you good enough to read React source code and make commits and change it? That's the type of expertise people want.
How do they guarantee that no one just goes in and messes everything up?
Because everyone can read it. When you write code, you can read it. Like I'm sharing you code right now, right? I'm going to give you access to it. You guys can go read it right now. When you guys get better at JavaScript, you guys can understand what all this says. This isn't black magic right here. Okay?
But if I was someone that didn't care, people saw it like I was like a troll and I wanted to go mess everything up. Is there a way that like
So there are safeguards. Not anyone can change. You have to have permission to change it. Right? I'm not going to give you, if I just met you, I'm not going to give you permission to just delete everything. Right? You can only have permission to add maybe or to comment. Just like on, oh my bad, you guys haven't gotten to here yet. But just know that you guys aren't going to be allowed to do whatever you want. In just a few moments, I'm going to need you guys to give me your emails before I can let you guys commit to my repository. So anyway, okay, I'm sorry. We like sometimes I talk about a bunch of different things. So anyway, just to make a long story short, quick review before we move forward. This README is controlled by a single file. Or this screen right here is going to be controlled by one file. What file is that, guys? Everyone here, what file is going to control this file? This screen right here. Okay. When I add code, I change my code. I do something called committing. I say, hey, this code is changing. And I need to describe what the hell happened. Okay, so I'm about to commit right now. It's right here. It's git commit -m. -m here means message. And the message is, add a few future open source contributors.
So if you didn't do the -m, it would still commit, but you should put the -m?
I think you have to do that -m. You have to give it a message because we need to know how the code is changing right here on the left on GitHub.
Is that like a title that's there?
Kind of like a title. I guess you can look at a title. It's a description. It's just gonna say, it just tells me what's going on.
Yeah.
So watch this. I'm gonna commit, and if I refresh this page, will everything be done? Why see the update? Because now let's enter a new command called git log. So I see that my log, this command right here, this command line tool, is giving me access to, like just a bunch of stuff, right? So let's see that add Google Analytics for production, add Google Analytics, fix bug where you got all users to do's. So guess what that corresponds to? Right here. Add Google Analytics for production. What's that say? Okay, let's move down 3. 1, 2, 3. Fix bug, whatever. Let's move down 3. 1, 2, 3. Fix bug where, whatever. So I just made a new commit here. My code changed. If I refresh this page, will I see this? I refresh and I do not see it. The reason why this is, say again? Exactly. Yes, someone's done some pre-reading. The problem now is that I now need to get my code on my machine to GitHub, to www.github.com. And I'm going to do that by doing another command. I'm going to run a command called Git Push origin master. This seems like black magic. This is not black magic. Okay? I'm saying, hey, Git, I'm gonna push some code. And I'm gonna push it to this thing called origin. What the fuck is origin? If I do another command called git remote-v, I can see that origin corresponds to git at github.com, primetime tran, world's greatest to-do app.git. So this is a repository on the internet. Okay? I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go back to mine. I'm gonna look at clone-download. There's only one green button on this screen. Okay, I want you guys to see there's one green button. What does that mean? It means this button is fucking important. That's exactly what it means. I'm gonna click clone or download. Now I'm going to paste what I have right here. World's greatest to do app, blah, blah, blah. And if we look at this SSH clone, what do you guys notice? They're exactly the same. So what I'm looking at on my screen called origin, right here, it corresponds to this code. And you guys are gonna have 20, 50, 100 different repositories, okay? And other people are gonna have hundreds of others. So just know that one day when someone gives you code or they want to give you code, all they're going to do is give you a link to a GitHub page. And they're gonna tell you to download it from there. And in a moment, I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so now what was the problem that we had a second ago? Remember that we made a commit, right? Add a few future open source contributors, right? We made a commit. The code is on my computer. I need it on GitHub, and when it's on GitHub, you guys can get it. The only other option would be what? I need to zip my folder. I need to get you guys messengers. I'd have to drag and drop that folder into the message. You guys would have to download it, unzip it, etc. That is not efficient. I guarantee you it's not efficient. So now what we're gonna do is git push origin master. And master here corresponds to the branch, okay? The branch.
Wait, I don't get it. What's a branch?
And we're gonna talk about that in just a moment too. We got a lot coming on, okay? I'm gonna show you in just a second. So now we can see that everything almost went successfully. GitHub is now warning me of a couple of vulnerabilities. This is okay. Sometimes we use open source projects that have vulnerabilities. So now, if I jump over here to my commit history on this open source project and I refresh, I can see that we now have add a few open source contributors. What did we do to the README earlier, guys? We added some emojis and some names. So now because this is open source and it's open to the public, you guys can all look at it. Guys, all you go click commit. Go look at commits on your screen right now. I don't want you guys, look at it right now. And click this button right here. If you see this button, you guys will see what happened right here. Look at commit history, guys. Nice. I like the side by side. My personal opinion. I don't know. Play around with it. Guess what you guys are looking at? The commits.
I have no idea where I'm at with it. It's so weird. I'm not forgetting it. It's so weird. For 29?
Yeah, it's 29 commits. Guys, this didn't magically happen. This update didn't magically happen. I'm sorry to use the word magic a lot. What I'm trying to say is that this is all work. This is a part of your job. You guys write code and it's not on a production website, it is useless to your company. Okay, so you gotta figure out, you guys write the most amazing code, you don't know how to get it onto a production application, a production website, why, you're useless. Okay? Question?
No, I think it's like Google Doc before coding.
Kind of, yeah. Exactly. It's exactly what it's like for sharing files. Okay, so does everyone have it open? Does everyone see this commit? I want you guys to see a screen like this.
Which one should I click on? The first one?
The first one that I just printed, yeah. Now split it. Here, split it right here. I want you guys to see it that way. I think this is more
So why do we have to split it?
And this is how we look at it. 'Cause to me, it's easier to see how the code has changed. Go away. Click. Click right here. And then it's split right here. I think it's the best way to see it. My personal opinion. You guys can change it to unified if you want, but my personal opinion, I think split is the best way. Click split right here.
Okay, when we did the split, what's the difference between the left side and the right side?
So on the right side, guys, you can see the newest code. Okay? So this is something you guys need to do as a professional software developer. You guys need to know how to do code review. Okay? You're not going to be reviewing my code. You're going to be reviewing some junior developer's code, or your teammate's code, or just your boss's code, and they want to know what you think because they know that you're a talented developer. So on the left, you guys can see red. We can see red, and you guys see what's highlighted? That means we deleted something. Okay? We deleted something. And then on green is just something that's changed. You guys are going to get pro with this later. What did I type a few seconds ago, guys? Remember? I did this with you guys. Who chose these emojis? You guys did. Exactly. Sean, Mai, Kung. And now let's look at the original project. What do you guys think we're going to see in our README? You scroll down, bam. So I just proved to you guys this is how Git works, right? Do we have any questions so far? Remember what we did? Git add all. Git commit with a commit message. This commit message needs to be explicit about what you're saying, what you did, okay? The commit message is important. You get yelled at if you don't make a meaningful commit message. I've had that happen. I've been yelled at for that.
On the split page, so the left side has a bunch of red. Is that erased? What does that mean?
Yes, on the left means it's erased or changed. And on the right is it's been added or updated. Okay, so I made some source code. I decided that I'm gonna make this an open source project and that, I want the world to help me out. You guys are all programmers. So you guys are going to help me, okay? That's what the instructions are here. I want you guys to follow these commands in a moment. Oh, I need to demo a couple more things, my bad. Okay, so now that this code is no longer my code, it belongs to the community. It belongs to the world. Whenever I change this code, I need to follow what we call version control rules, okay? Version control rules. So I want to update my code. This code, you all downloaded this code already, okay? Pretend you download this code, I want to update it. So I need to do something called branching, because code will change. If you guys had this on your computer, your code could be different than mine potentially, right? You guys can change your color, background, etc. So I'm gonna do something called branching. I'm gonna run a command called git branch -v, or git branch, git checkout -b, promise, Loy. In a few moments, you guys are going to do this, okay? I want you guys to create a branch called promise / your name.
Promise like a term that you just came up with? Or?
I just came up with this term, okay? Actually, there's only two other terms that you guys are probably gonna be using. It's gonna be feature or bug fix. But I'm gonna call this one promise to prove a point. That you typically name it, something, and then you slash, and then I want you guys to know that you guys are about to commit code here, man. This is not gonna be a joke. You guys are gonna add code to a public repo for people all around the world to use. So I'm gonna do git checkout -b, promise / Loy. Look at what it says right here. This red line, guys. You guys see this red right here? This is what branch I am currently on. When I run this command, I'm going to move on to a different branch.
That's what checkout means?
Yes. Well, no. Checkout means to move on to it, and -b means to create a new branch if I do not have it. So actually, you're right. Checkout means move on to this new branch. The -b flag says, hey, if this branch doesn't exist, create it. So I can do git checkout -b promise /loy, and you guys will see that this red change from master to promise /loy. Okay? If I do git log down, I can see that I still have the latest code from master. Add a few open source contributors. Okay? Now I'm going to make a change to this code. I'm going to say, you know what? Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm going to say, I'm going to add this sentence, and I want each one of you guys to add this sentence as well, okay? I'm going to delete right here, replace with your name. I want you guys to type this line right here. I, Sean, last name, on July 17th, 2019, promise to one day contribute something meaningful to this open source application. I will help make it the world's greatest to-do app. Okay? I want you guys to personalize this. Okay? Because I want you guys to see this happen, man. I'm not joking. You guys can do this. It just takes a knowledge of a couple commands. Then I want you guys to add something else. My favorite superhero. And then my favorite color. Oh, and then one more thing. My favorite singer. I save it. Now guess what happens when I run git status? It shows that my readme file has been changed. Git is saying, oh shit, you changed this file, man. Okay. So how can I get this code available to the internet so that you guys could use? Yes, we just did this. Git add readme.md. This works, but this only adds one file. Imagine if you change 20 files. You'd have to run git add me file name, git add me file name, git add me file name, git add me file name 20 times. I think a simpler solution, and a lot of other people think this, is to run a git add all command. This will add all files to be committed. Any files that we have touched. How many files will this add, guys? 1. Yes. So I do git add all. I do git status. I will see that we have touched exactly 1 file. We've only edited 1 file. Okay? So now we're gonna do git commit. Loy adds a promise to do something cool. To add to this open source project. Okay. So I made a commit. Guess what happens when I run git log, guys? Git log. I do see the change, correct. A couple minutes ago, we did add a few open source contributors. Then we say Loy adds a promise to add to this open source project. So if I go over back to Git, right, and I look at my commits, will I see it? No. Exactly. I haven't said, hey, all this code on my machine, Loy, push it over to GitHub so other people can use it. So now, I'm going to do git push origin master.
Is it master of the promise?
Yeah, my bad, I fucked up, you're right. So now we're gonna do something, you're 100% right, man, you're thinking ahead of me. Okay, so now I want to get this code, but I don't want this on the master branch because people have not reviewed it yet. I need a bunch of people to look at this code for me and say, hey, is this code good? I don't fucking know. I learned JavaScript last week. I don't fucking know what I'm doing, okay? So I'm gonna run a command called git push origin head. And what it's saying is push to the origin repository on the branch which I'm currently on. What the fuck does that mean? So we look at GitHub. I click branch right here. This is one of how many buttons, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 buttons on this row. That's a pretty important button, okay? So if I click this thing called branch right here, I'm gonna have how many branches right here, guys? Because I only have 1 master branch. I haven't made a new one yet. So if I do git push origin head, what I'm telling Git is, hey, push to my origin and push it to the branch that I am currently on. So in a moment, if I hit enter right here, guys, what branch should I see right here?
Promise log?
Exactly. You guys got potential. Okay? I like where this is going. I like it. You guys are thinking. So now, oh, I see it right here. GitHub's fucking amazing. It updated right here immediately. I didn't even refresh the page. Fucking pro. So we're gonna refresh just to prove the branch. So if I jump over here and I click branch, damn, I got a branch right here. Let me ask a question. Who here thinks master and promise are gonna be the same? What's the difference between master branch, and promise / Loy?
Well, is the master the one that you can share with everybody?
You can share all of them with everyone. Okay.
Lloyd has that hero with the superhero and stuff.
Exactly. This branch right here is one commit ahead. It's moved forward. Okay. So I'm going to prove this to you guys. Okay. So right now, look what branch I'm on. I'm on the master branch. If I click at my commits, I will see my last commit is called what? Add a few open source contributors. But if I jump over to promise / Loy, what, did I not push? Did I not push? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, did it work? Did that work, right? I forgot what the one the previous one was. Add a few open source contributors. Add a promise. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it works. Okay, guys, so we can see that our code can be different, right? Even if on one computer it can be different, depending on what branch you're on. So I'm going to prove that to you one more time, okay, guys? I'm sorry. Do you guys see how I say I had Batman, Red, Mariah Carey right here? You guys see that? So on my one computer, what if I wanted to change to a previous version of the code base? I got the code this morning. I did a bunch of work. I messed something up. I want to get back to the original version, right? We can just check out to another branch, the branch that we were just on. So you guys pay attention right here. Batman, Red, and Mariah Carey, okay? I'm going to check out the master branch. I'm going to move on to the master branch and get the previous version of the code that I had a few moments ago. Watch what happens to these three right here, okay? What just happened, guys? Why did it disappear?
You moved to the master branch.
What is different about the master's branch?
The three things that you just wrote.
The code was different. That's all it was. The code was different on the master branch. The readme.md file had different shit in it. And this is going to happen a lot. It's going to happen in your HTML file, your CSS file, your JavaScript file, your Python file, your GIF file. Every single file is going to change. The purpose of Git is to how to share your code and your files. It's that simple. So know that on my one machine, I have multiple versions of this code. So look at my README, okay? I'm back on master. This is what it was one commit ago. So what if I want to go back to that commit, that branch I was just on? What would happen here on the left, guys?
Those three things reappear.
Yes, I can move backwards and I can move forward. So I'm going to move forward by checking out the promise / Loy branch. This is a branch. A tree branches, it diverges. Code changes. Same thing with code. If you have 1,000 people working on code, guarantee you none of it looks the same. So watch on the left as the superhero, the favorite color, and the singer appear again as I check out the appropriate branch. You guys see that? Do you have any questions so far?
So if you had like a big team working on a website, would you have like some core master that not many people could touch until a lot of reviews happen, and then?
So that's exactly what the purpose of master branch is, okay? I'm allowed to do whatever the hell I want on my branch. Feel free. But the master branch is a special branch, okay? That's the branch that you should not be pushing to unless you are the owner, unless you're the one who owns the company and you do whatever the hell you want to do, or unless you're a technical lead. Guys should almost never ever be pushing directly to master. Git becomes much more complicated, man. Like, you guys are getting a 5-minute introduction, 10, 15 minutes introduction. It gets way more complicated than this, guys. I promise you. But I can't teach you everything. It's not possible. The most important thing to understand about Git, though, is this: how you're going to get code from one computer to another computer. That's the only objective. Every command that you guys see me run has that one objective in mind. How can you get this code? How can he get that code? How can someone in Brazil or Africa or America get that code? That's what Git is purpose. Okay? Obviously, there's some additional stuff. But anyway, so you guys can see, let's review some of the things that we did. We look at this repository, this open source project. It's hosted on GitHub. GitHub is a website whose purpose is to share code. It has no other objective. GitHub is to share code. A repo is what, guys? What is a repo? Yes, it's a folder. This is a folder and it's got some files in it. And it's got some other folders in it. And all these folders and files do something. As you guys get more advanced, you're going to learn what each one of these folders and files do. You don't need to know right now. Which one do you know right now? Okay, what does this one do? Say again?
Some basic interviews about the project.
And what's special about the file? What will happen to this file?
It has a preview screen.
Yes, a markdown file can be previewed. But if you were to change this name right here, readme, to something else, you would not see this right here. Okay?
If you change the MD or if you change the readme.
If you change the name of the file to readme, or from readme to something else, hello.md. Yes, you can still see a preview, but once this file got to GitHub, it would not display here. So just know that readme is a special file. I'm sure all of you guys have seen a readme file before, right? You downloaded some torrent or something, I don't know. You open it up, that director, and you saw a readme. Readme files are important, okay?
Why are they important?
Because it gives you instructions on what to do. So right now, these are instructions. These are your instructions. Also, they can have things like, they can have additional information, right? Like, I can't give you a book to read. I could give you a book to read, but I don't think you'd be very happy with me if I said, hey, you want to learn React? Read this 800-page book. You're going to be like, fuck you. I don't want you to do that. I don't want to do that. That's why I'm paying to go to this class. So what are some things that actually would go into a real README? Okay? I'll show you. So, I wrote the lessons for our classes at night. Here's a game I built. Here's a README. This is what the students, what they're going to have to build. In this game, this mobile app, you click a button. This is the app paper. I choose paper. The computer automatically picks something. Okay, automatically picks something. And then it just says who won or lost. So actually, now that I think about it, I have a better example, a better explanation for what a README is. A README shows that you know what you're doing. If you can explain what your code does in detail, you can document it, you can share it publicly, and you can give it to someone else and say, hey, this is what this code does. People are going to respect you and take you more seriously as a developer. If you have a beautiful README, you can get a job. Sometimes people will look at your READMEs and not even read your code. If you write your README well enough, because for example, this README, right? I have some yes, I have some markdown, I have some more Git, I have some more images.
It's just instructions.
It's instructions. It could be a lot of things. It could be links. So let's say React Native GitHub. So let's look at this README from React Native. Facebook. If you want to be an engineer at Facebook, this is how you guys are gonna have to write code. Guess what their README does? It has a whole bunch of fucking links. It says this is what you need to know how to do this. You gotta show this. Here are examples of apps. Here's the people that work on this app.
It's like a manual.
It's like a manual. You're expected to write manuals. Okay, if you write code, you need to write a manual. It's explaining what your code does. This is your job. There's a bunch of websites using React. Okay, a bunch of information. Just think of that way. You need to help your people use your app. There's no other way to put it. Okay, so what was I talking about again? The README. We're talking about, okay, yeah, just basically like here. Here's a currency converter, okay? It's a manual. Enough of that. All these files do different things. Certain files will be special. README is one of them. Git is used to share this code. Okay, so now I need you all to get your GitHub name, this name right here, and paste it in this group chat for me, please. I need you guys' GitHub names. No, I think your email will work too. Give me your email. That works. I want you guys to all grab my code and then change it. But first, I need your email, and then I'm going to borrow one of you guys' computers, and I'm going to show you how to do this.
So we're just gonna type our emails here on the
Chat, yes. If you're not comfortable, I guess you can private message me. Yeah, Tien, you don't have an email with, you don't have a GitHub account with this. I need your GitHub email, the one you created your GitHub with. Who? Stavalchi. Come on, guys. Is this what you made a GitHub account with? You see my screen? Look at this. Give me your usernames. What the fuck?
Okay, you want the username?
That's what. Give me your username. This name up here. Or at least the email that it says.
That's the email.
Can you try that? Yeah. Can you try again with my username?
I'm fucking confused, man. Why don't any of you guys?
Okay, just try our usernames and see if it works.
Yeah, I have a username.
Come on. Come on, this lab is so important. I need you guys to do this. Yes. Okay.
So what should we do? We have to respond, right? So we have to go into our.
You guys are getting an email and says inviting you guys.
Okay.
Hey, click that button. I promise you I'm not doing anything wrong. You guys gonna help me build this open source project, man. You guys gonna do this. Yeah. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guys, who's not see their name here? Parsley, give me your username, your GitHub username. This one right here. Okay, so you guys have all been invited. Congratulations. You guys are about to be open source contributors. Okay, we're gonna build some code to make that everyone in the world could use. A little to-do app. But first, before you guys get on that, you guys are gonna start small. I just want you guys to add a little statement, a little comment, just like I did, that says, I promised on this day to one day help, okay? I don't know why. If you don't want to promise, then fine. But I don't think it's unreasonable. Just promise one day you're gonna help me after I teach you guys how to build React apps, okay? And then specifically, I want you guys to add a superhero, a color, and your favorite singer, okay? So I'm gonna save this. Okay, I'm done here. So I'm gonna pause this video. Dog. What the fuck? Usually there's like a little button I can say again? I need to pause the recording. There's usually this little thingy here. I've been recording this lecture because I know how easy it is to forget everything I've talked about. This is something we do at Coder School. When I record it, fuck. So I just want to make sure I close QuickTime correctly. So there.